Hello everybody, welcome to Miss McDonagh'S Persuasive Writing Lesson. I have got some very exciting news for you today, children, because through my letterbox this morning I have received a very important looking letter. And can you see who it's from? It's from the Queen. So last week we sent off your knicker designs to the Queen, and she has written back to you. And at the top we have got the royal crest, showing that this is a really important letter. And at the top we also have her address. This is where she lives, and at the top of the letter, of all letters, you will always see the address of who the letter has been sent from. So this is from Buckingham Palace. That's where one of the places where the Queen lives. London, and this is her postcode, SW1Q1QQ, and the date is Monday the 22nd of June 2020. And this is what she says. I'm going to put on my queenly voice for this. Dear two children, thank you so much for your delightful knicker designs. It really was a thrill to receive them. I've spent a very long time looking at them all, but it's so difficult to choose my favourite. Please can you write a letter to me at the palace explaining why I should choose your knickers above all of the other designs that I have received. What makes your knickers special? Can you persuade me to choose your design? I look forward to hearing from you. With cordial good wishes. That sounds very posh, doesn't it? The Queen. Wow. So that is what we are going to do this week. We are going to be writing a letter back to the Queen to persuade her to choose our knicker designs. And I've got a few things that are going to help me. So this is the first thing I've got, which you all should have a copy of as well. And it's a list of some really good sentence openers or sentence starters that you can use when you are planning and then writing your letters. So I want you thinking this week really carefully about how you begin your sentences. Otherwise, if we keep using the same sentence openers, it can make our letters a little bit boring and they start to sound a bit like a shopping list. So today we're going to have a look at how we can use some of these sentence openers or sentence starters in a letter. Okay, so I have chosen the ones that I think would be really helpful. And the first one, which I would use in the opening paragraph of my letter, after I've written my address and the date. And when you're writing to the Queen, you have to write Madam, apparently. I looked this up on Google. You don't write Dear Mrs. Queen, you have to write Madam. Should I write that there just for help? Madam. Okay. And then the first sentence opener I'm going to use is this one here. So it is clear that, because I want to try and persuade the Queen. So I'm going to say some things that I want her to think, oh, she sounds like somebody who really knows me and really knows the kind of things that I like. So I start my sentence with a capital letter. It is clear that. Okay. Now, I have seen lots of photos of the Queen on the internet and lots of pictures of her on the TV as well. And I know that the Queen, she loves to wear really bright colours. She's often wearing really bright pinks and even a really bright green. So she seems to me like a lady who likes lots of bright colours and that she probably follows fashion. So I'm going to include that in my first paragraph. So it is clear that you are a queen who has excellent taste when it comes to fashion. And fashion is the things that you choose to wear, your clothes, your shoes, all those kind of things. Right, let's read it back just to check that it makes sense. It is clear that you are a queen who has excellent taste when it comes to fashion. Right, let's have a look at another one of these sentence starters, and let's have a look at how I can use that in my writing. So firstly, so this might be the start of my next paragraph. So firstly, so this is going to be my first argument really for why she should choose my knickers above all of the rest. And you're going to see now that I'm going to use some of the work that we did last week using adjectives in a list with commas. I'm going to use that to help me now. So firstly, everyone, have a look at every, it's one of our common exception words. We need to be making sure that we're spelling that correctly. Everyone knows that the best knickers should be, I'm going to borrow some of Mrs. Pileggi's adjectives that she used last week. So they should be modern, comma, colourful, and jazzy. Okay, so let's read that through, just check it makes sense. Firstly, everyone knows that the best knickers should be modern, colourful, and jazzy. Right, let's have a look at another one of these sentence openers. I'm going to use this one now. In my opinion. So in my opinion means this is what I think. And even if it's not what I really think, I'm going to say that just because I'm trying to persuade her to choose my knickers. Remember, we have to say lots of really good things about our knickers. We don't mention anything that's bad. So, in my opinion, the birthday knickers to the end. Birthday knickers best feature, which means what's the best thing about it, is, I think you'll all agree that the best thing about Mrs. Pileggi's birthday knickers was the cake pocket. I think that is a really, really handy thing to have in your knickers. In my opinion, the birthday knickers best feature is the cake pocket. I'm using capital letters for cake pocket because it's like the name of the feature. Okay, and a full stop at the end. Now, these sentences might not be how I use them when it comes to my letter, but I'm just giving you examples of how we can use these different sentence openers. And before you start writing your own letter, it's really good that you have a look at all of these and think about which ones you'd feel happy to use. You don't need to use them all, but just see if you can use a few new ones, maybe ones that you've not used before. Right, I'm going to choose another one, another sentence opener that would go in my final paragraph of my letter. So, in conclusion, that's the one. So, in conclusion means to sum up all of my ideas. This is my final answer, okay? In conclusion, a bit like we do in science, don't we? We write a conclusion at the end of our end of our investigations or our experiments, which means like our results. In conclusion, I think you'll agree that these are the perfect knickers for your special day. In conclusion, I think you'll agree that these are the perfect knickers for your special day. I'm really happy with my 4 sentence openers. I think they're going to really, really help me when it comes to writing my letter. Okay, so today what I would like you to do, first of all, is you're not going to go away straight off and write your letter. You are going to have a go at planning it first. So this is an example of what you could use to help you to plan, but if you don't have a printer, that's fine. You can just write down some notes on a piece of paper. So your main idea is that really your knickers are the best, aren't they? This is your introduction. This is the bit where you know it is clear that you are a queen who has excellent taste. So you're going to try and persuade her. The main point you want to make is that your knickers are better than all the other knickers. And then we've got your different arguments. So my first argument was that my knickers are really colourful and jazzy. My second argument would be that my knickers, they sing happy birthday. And my final argument would be about the special cake pocket that my knickers have. And then a conclusion at the very end is to sum up that these are the perfect knickers for her special day. Right, so once I have planned it, I can have a go at writing my letter. I'm going to show you an example of a letter that I have already written to the Queen using my different sentence openers, and once again this is available in the resources. And you can magpie lots of my ideas, you can borrow lots of them, but obviously you need to come up with lots of your own ideas as well. So I've written the address of the school at the top, Wroughton Infant School, Wharf Road, Wroughton, Swindon, SN4 9LE, Wednesday the 24th of June 2020. This will be when I come to write my letter up. Madam, it is clear to me that you are a queen who has excellent taste when it comes to fashion, and that this extends to your underwear drawer. You see my "it is clear to me." When it comes to knickers, I understand that you prefer them to be bold but comfortable. I feel certain that I have the answer to your Majesty's knicker dilemma on your next birthday. I would like to present to you our finest birthday knickers, which are without a doubt the most exceptional knickers you'll ever find. Firstly, everyone knows that the best knickers should be modern, colourful and jazzy. Our birthday knickers will not disappoint you, as they are decorated with silky balloons and can be made in a range of colours, including a very bright shade of pink. What colour would you prefer? Secondly, with the help of Ed Sheeran, we have been able to create a very special feature hidden inside our birthday knickers. With the lightest of touches, your birthday knickers will sing happy birthday to you, surrounding you with sweet, joyful and energetic music on your special day. Who doesn't want their knickers to sing happy birthday to them, quite frankly? In my opinion, the birthday knickers' best feature is the cake pocket. Please allow me to explain how this works. Imagine that it's your birthday today, and as usual, you're rushing around with hardly any time to enjoy your sweet, spongy and delicious cake. Sound familiar? Fear not, Your Highness. With the help of the cake pocket, you can enjoy a tasty snack in secret at any time of the day without needing to share with anybody else. In conclusion, I think you'll agree that these are the perfect knickers for your special day, so don't hesitate to get in touch and order a pair today. I have the honour to be your Majesty's most humble and obedient servant, Charlotte. I've just noticed I've got a spelling mistake there. I'm just going to cross that one out. Okay, so today you are going to plan, and then tomorrow and the next day maybe, to make it really, really good, you are going to write your letter. Then after you've finished it, you need to edit it, checking that you've got the right spellings, capital letters, finger spaces, that it makes sense, that you've used a really good range of sentence openers. And finally, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to write it up in your neatest handwriting and send a picture of it back to us so that we can post them all off to the Queen so she can make her decision. So that is your English work for this week. And we can't wait to read your finished letters, really persuading Her Majesty to choose your design. So good luck, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.